Hey, Brad here. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I didn't know if I was going to buy one of these, and I've got one now, and I'm super excited. It's to go on the Miata. I'm just going to open the box. You guys can watch. And then I'll do. Some people might know what that is already. That is an IRP shifter. Short throw shifter, not a short shifter, which is what this is a Cobalt short shifter, meaning it's just the shaft is shorter, but the throw is the same as the OEM Mazda shifter. This is a short throw shifter because it moves the fulcrum up a little bit. The base plate. Oh my goodness, that is nice. Oh my gosh. It's so nice. So there's one bolt already installed because it's underneath this part here, so it's hard to get to. So once it's in the car, you just got to get a wrench in there and turn that, and then there's two more bolts, and then these are, you put those in here. Yes. Okay, I'm excited. So I'm going to do the install. I'm going to probably just set the camera up and do like a time lapse. It is not hard to change out the Miata shifter. So like if you're doing, you know, shifter boot replacement or any of the seals and rubbers and stuff underneath there, it's not hard to do. Take off that shift handle. Jeez. There's two bolts, two screws in there. Take those off. There's a screw on either side here. Take that out, and then this whole thing just lifts up off of there. And underneath there, you just undo the shifter. Those three bolts that I was just talking about. Undo those, and the whole thing comes out. There's a rubber seal under there too. That's what that big replacement piece is. Bolt that on. Put the console back in place. I'm not going to use the leather shift boot here because I think it requires modification right here to fit around the base of that new shift handle. I think what I would rather do is buy like an Alcantara one or something like that to kind of match the black interior of the car. I think it looks nice. Okay, pretty simple to remove. As you saw from the time lapse, I took out the console here in the middle, the center console I should say. The shift knob, took it off. Took out the four bolts that hold the rubber seal on there, and the carpet that was on there. And then three bolts that actually hold the shifter to the top of the shift turret. And that's where the new IRP shifter will mount. They'll mount to these three bolts. There's just longer ones. And then the rubber that I showed earlier is just a flat plate that goes on there. It's not that thicker boot because it doesn't need to be. All right, so then once you undo those bolts, just come straight out. This I actually have already installed. That's a brass bushing in there from 5X Racing. It's been fine. It's been good. It actually improved, I thought. Obviously, the Miata shifter is one of the very best transmissions and shift feel that you can get in any car. It's up there with the best from Honda and the best from Porsche and all those. Like, it's really, really good. It's known for that, right? But how do you improve? Well, this car is 22 years old. It's a 99. 23 years old. And just all these components are a little bit worn out, right? I've replaced I've rebuilt it before, and it's gotten better, of course, but this is just a whole other level, as you'll see, especially once I get it installed and show the difference between the old throw and the new one is so much shorter. So yeah, next step is to pull this out and then put the new one in and start bolting things down, and that's it. Put it back together. It's as easy as that. Okay, you know what? I happen to have all three shifters here, so I'm going to actually show the difference between them. I wasn't going to do that, but I'm going to. So on this one is the OEM shifter with the brass bushing on it. This one is the cobalt shifter with just a nylon bushing on it. The pivot point of these shifters is this big ball right here. So the distance between here and here is the same on these two. So the difference is up here at the top. So this one is a short shifter, not a short throw shifter, a short shifter, which just means that it's, you know, about an inch or so shorter, which is fine. The difference here is that the pivot point moves up here. So from here to up here. And what that does on the other end, then of course it makes this longer, which makes this part shorter. So this throw is now short, so a short throw shifter. All right, I already have gear oil in there. Actually though, these pins right here are supposed to get knocked out of the way because there's a nylon seal on there that needs to be removed. Yep, I gotta do that. All right, I did that part off camera because it's boring, but I tapped the stuff out of the way. So this goes on first. This way. This way. This way. This way. Yeah. Greasy, oily fingers. Okay. Not a big deal, but the rubber is not perfect on there, so I'm just going to get a board knife and trim that just a little bit so I can make sure I hit the screws and bolts, float holes. Okay, well that kind of didn't go as planned. That's okay. I did get it installed. 3 bolts, all 3 sides. The rubber is not perfect. I think that's, I don't know. I did some okay job trimming there, but the idea there is just to seal out, you know, whatever's below there. It is kind of a tight fit though, trying to get these, like it's a very well machined part right here, so it fits very snug. The last part is these little screws that get threaded in here and locked in place. But man, that feels holy cow, incredible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My battery died halfway through the installation. I decided to screw it. I want to get done with the installation. So here we are. This is amazing. This thing is awesome. I'll put in real quick. Here's what the OEM shift throw looks like, and going through the 1 through 5 gears. First, second. Now here's what it looks like with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy shit. That's okay. Time to go drive it. There's absolutely a lot of noise coming from here because this is all open. You can hear just a little bit of constant rattle. It should be fixed with a little bit of sound deadening and a nice shift boot. Open like that, it is noisy. is it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. That was a fun install, super easy, made a huge difference in the car. IRP makes a hell of a part. It's really changed the car a lot. Big shout out to Braden and Gavin, my two biggest little fans. You guys are awesome. All right, see you next time. IRP.